Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm very depressed. I'm very upset. The real winners of this match are Liverpool. Because everybody, including myself, said Liverpool can get smoked. Pundits were saying it, I was saying it,
I was
fans
saying
were
it.
saying it. My uncle, he's a Liverpool fan. He was a bit like, yeah, we might get smoked. But they walked away with a point, so they're the real winners. But before I go any further, I want to hit the subscribe button before we get into some match facts. The last video did so well.
Yep.
Almost hit 40 likes, double what I said I wanted. So I'm gonna be cheeky and ask for 30. Let's make it happen. But yeah, how do you feel about the game?
I think it was lackluster from Arsenal. I think we started off really well.
Yeah.
I think we should have punished them with the early 2 goals. I think that would have been like the major deciding factor as to how the rest of the game would have went. I said, but obviously when we watched the game, I think not taking those chances took a toll on us later on during the match, and I think Liverpool saw that as a sign of weakness. That okay, we didn't tuck away those chances. The middle's exposed. Let's kind of go out there next. So I think early doors we should have put it away and dictate the game from there. But obviously we didn't do that.
I think with Arsenal, we had a chance to go one up a few times. I mean, if Zubimendi didn't get on the end of that pass in the second half, I feel like Arsenal would have definitely been one up. I feel like it would have been 1-0 victory. I feel it would have sat back and defended. But, it's just Zubimendi just trying to get in there and get involved with the play. It's football, it happens. But, yeah, I felt like we held on to the ball too long. We're just trying to control possession like we were always doing. And I thought, you know what, in the second half, just maybe we might pull something out. But it never ended up happening.
Speaking of possession, do you want to know a stat?
Go on.
Yorkers had one touch the whole of the second half.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He had one touch the whole of the second half.
But do you know what? All the crosses that were going in the first half, he could have been on the end of them.
He should have been on the end of them.
Yeah, like if you look at the cross I think Declan Rice gave in the first half, he was like the second to last player back. And I'm like, why are you not getting in there for a header? Like, you're big. You're aerial threat. Get in there, bulldoze them over like you're known for, and just get it in. But I felt like Liverpool, second half, they were way better than Arsenal. They controlled the game way better than us. Another thing which is pretty upsetting is another defensive injury. Nkapie, saw him grabbing his hamstring. Hopefully it's not a long-term issue. But we're looking very, very bare on that left side now with Calafiori out, Nkapie out, and then Skelly comes in.
You can't rely on Skelly to be doing.
Yeah, he got torched. Frimpong had him on ropes. Yeah, and then you saw that pass he gave away in the middle almost led to a goal. I was like, what's going on with this guy?
There's a reason why Arteta doesn't play him. I think it's probably like a requirement where you have to have like a certain number of like nationalities within a squad. I think he's just making up numbers at this point because there's no way that he's competing with the likes of Frimpong and stuff like this. A little bit of pace and you got him on the edge, like you said. So, but yeah, I think disappointed to say the least. It's the first time in 3 months that we have dropped points at home.
Yeah,
it's not a good look, especially because it's one of the traditional top six. You want to make a statement, especially at your home ground, towards those clubs as well. I think Saka had a good game against Forrest Gump.
I personally think Forrest Gump, aka Kirkes, he locked up Saka a little bit. I'll be honest.
He done all right. He done pretty well, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think he gave Saka trouble. I think Saka in some kind of moments gave him trouble. That kind of thing. I think he had that wonderful kind of play Saka down the wing, and when he cut inside, someone should have been on the end of it. But other than that, I think Kirkes, like you said, he done quite well to kind of keep him locked up and kind of quiet. So, I mean,
45th minute to 60th minute is where we scored most goals. We scored 12 from the start of the season up until now, from the 45th minute to the 60th. So I was hoping that would happen, but Liverpool just dominated in terms of possession. They're holding the ball a lot better. And you know what? Liverpool have a very, very weak squad. They got loads of injuries. They have Salah away. So I was very confident that would go away and win. So that's why I'm saying Liverpool are the real winners this game.
yeah.
Because they've had such a weak squad and they managed to walk away with a draw at Emirates. I mean, if we walked away with a draw from Anfield, we would be really excited as fans. We were like, getting a draw at a point, fantastic. It was decided by a free kick. And speaking of free kicks, Szoboszlai had 2 from the middle. I'm not going to lie, my heart was in my stomach. I was thinking, if this goes in...
Yeah, it's going to be trouble.
Because one of the kicks was 82nd minute, the same minute he scored the first one at Anfield. I was like, yeah, this is going to be deja vu.
History.
History repeat itself, but thankfully not.
One thing I wanted to mention, I'm glad that Eze and Madueke finally got a run out that they deserved.
Yeah.
I think Eze, when he came on, he was pretty much a ghost. I think he touched the ball maybe a handful of times, and
Yeah,
that's just playing it out to the right hand side. But speaking of the right hand side, Madueke, I think it was like the late 70th minute. I think he put a really good ball into the box. Someone should have been on the end of that. Someone should have been on the end of that. But again, no one was there. Just the same kind of scenario that was happening in the first half. But it's chances like that where against Liverpool you have to take them because from open play, like generally in the middle, they're locking everyone up and they're going to kind of sit back and lock down. But those wide winger plays where they're a bit vulnerable, he's got fresh legs.
yeah,
Madueke, he's going to charge down that wing. Our attackers have to be in the box ready onto the loose ball, but they weren't, and it cost us what, a draw. I
yeah.
mean, I mean, most fans will be like, "Yeah, cool, a draw. We'll take a point. They'll take a point, etc." But like Cass said about the squad difference is we should have won this game.
Yeah.
We needed to win this game. I mean, yeah, still what 6 points
Six
ahead.
points ahead. It's still a good cushion, but I mean, when you say 8 points ahead of Man City, that sounds way better than saying 6 points. 2 games can change the whole Premier League table. We were 11 points ahead once. Remember, once upon a
Mm,
time, and we still gave it away.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not that I don't trust Arsenal. I'd rather us have a bigger cushion. So when things like this happen, like these little mishaps,
Yeah.
then we got points to play with or give away as long as the gap is big enough. But again, point rather than a loss. I'd rather have a point.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I'll just be positive. That's my positive mindset coming into play. But with Arsenal, I did say coming to the match that historically we're not great against Liverpool. We don't collect many points off them.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a while. And I'm hoping obviously when Jurgen Klopp left that things will change. But yeah, still the same outcome, man. Even with the weak Liverpool squad, we still find them very intimidating.
Speaking of intimidating, I feel as though not necessarily he found them intimidating, but Rice missing a bit in the middle there. This game, I think he was trying to get himself in the right positions, and I think what was it, Gary Neville or Peter Drury was saying on the commentary that they're trying to kind of keep Declan Rice quiet because they know how much of a danger man he is. And it was only once they said that, and that was like early doors within the first 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It was ever since then when I was kind of like player cam in Declan Rice. And I started noticing that like he was getting locked up. He was kind of finding an issue, sorry, to find space, free himself up, go on those marauding runs that we know he does. But I think he's one of those players that's a game changer. And in this game, he wasn't able to do that. So again, hats off to Liverpool. They did play really well.
their game plan, the way they set up, what they went in with, and what they wanted the outcome to be. I mean, props to them. They did it
Yeah,
really well. They contained a lot of our midfield. They contained our attackers. They contained Gyökeres. Even though I did say create space for wingers. They did a good job.
yeah,
Our defense did a good job as well. But Liverpool, I feel like they were slightly more organised. We were giving away cheap balls.
yeah.
Penalty. Trossard's foul on Wirtz. I mean, they're not saying it's a foul. I think personally, if that was an Arsenal player on the receiving end, I would have said it's a foul. So I'm gonna be consistent, and I'm gonna say Trossard is lucky they didn't give away penalty because he didn't go for any of the ball. It was more the man. I know he's trying to body check him and shield himself so he can get the ball, but I felt like there was a lot of contact on Wirtz.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was a pen, in my personal opinion.
I feel like if it was an Arsenal player, we would have said pen. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm
maybe,
saying. We can
maybe.
be consistent. We can say I felt like that was a.
I don't think it was.
If it was a pen, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, it's dangerous.
I don't think it was a pen. I think once the ball was escaping his feet, he's in a
Yeah.
tight area. He's got multiple players around him. The referee kind of in his mind knew that this ball's loose anyway. He's not going to get on the receiving end of it. Any kind of bit of contact, I know this player's about to go down. So once he did, it was very, very light. I think. Okay, yeah, you're kind of the bodies are checking each other. Like it's just you're expecting the player to fall when he did. But if it
Yeah.
was like a kind of you clipped his ankle or you clipped his foot or something, I understand, or you dragged his arm back. It was
Yeah.
simply like kind of body to body, and it wasn't like a physical go in for it. It was kind of just like a graze along each other. I don't know. But I don't think. I think if it was given as a penalty, that would have been very, very harsh. And honestly, I think if that was for Arsenal, I would have said the same thing. That was a very harsh penalty to give away.
With Liverpool as well, like in terms of tackles, there were so many injuries today. I mean, hopefully,
Conor Bradley's all right.
Conor Bradley's all right. I mean, the way he pulled up, it looked like I thought he'd done his ACL in. Hopefully, he's fine. Got carried off on
Yeah.
the stretcher.
Separately, we don't agree with what Martinelli was doing there.
Yeah,
I mean, I get kind of you want to get on with the game and stuff, but there is a way that you conduct yourself.
I
And
think it like throwing the ball, yeah, that was a bit too far.
And
Like I
pushing
get
and
it, like it's the
grabbing.
last minute, you don't roll on the pitch, you're injured, but Yeah, I don't think Martin should did what
Yeah,
he did.
you have to
He's
conduct
rightfully,
yourself as a
yeah.
professional, that kind of thing. But
Tensions are high, but Frimpong's injury as well, that looked quite bad. I
yeah,
mean, again, that wasn't a foul, but I thought, yeah, Frimpong's coming off. But
mm,
thankfully, he managed to carry on, and it's not a serious injury because I know Gavardio's had a serious injury. He's
yeah,
out, so whether we're fans or not, we don't
nah,
wish bad injuries upon players.
absolutely not.
I wish suspensions, but not bad injuries. That's what I want. But yeah, Szoboszlai, interesting fact that I read today, which made me laugh. So Edu Gaspar, when he's in charge of Arsenal, we had a chance to sign Szoboszlai, but we turned our attention to Willian. So, I mean, I did read reports initially when we were linked to him that he rejected us for Leipzig because Arsenal were really poor that time. But I think Arsenal once upon a time had a chance, but they didn't take the opportunity, and Szoboszlai ended up playing for Liverpool now. And you got player of the match. So,
Fair play.
we missed out on one there, but everything happens for a reason. I love our midfield right now.
Yep.
But yeah, on to the next one. So we've got Portsmouth on Sunday. We're going to be doing a match prediction for that. Look out for that. It should be coming out tomorrow, Friday. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the support. The subscriber count is growing.
Yep.
The channel's growing.
The family.
My brother's obviously joined the channel now. He's been, joining in with the videos. We're both enjoying it. So keep the engagement coming. Comments, like, subscribe. Make sure you share.
Yep.
And we'll see you for our match prediction for Portsmouth versus Arsenal. Take care.